So it's the night right before we leave on our trip. Still hasn't quite hit me that we're leaving. Tomorrow's a travel day, but I'm just so excited to get started on this trip.
Hi, I'm Paul. Today we left Denver for Miami. Right now we're in Miami and we're waiting to get on the plane to Lima.
Currently in Lima, Peru. It's about 9 o'clock at night. We're all really tired from a super long day, but we were all really excited when we finally landed in Lima. We could see the fog out through the windows and could kind of see the mountains in the background. And it's great. There was, I think, 4 or 5 of them there. They brought a guitar and sang us a welcome song in the airport, which was, it was just really sweet. Got into the car, drove here to the beautiful house that we're staying in. It's huge. It looks like a big antique hotel, basically. There's a courtyard and a nice little chapel, and the rooms are beautiful. And after resting a little bit, we took this awesome hike up this hill just outside, and we walked up it, and it's a cemetery at the bottom, basically, with graves. So many people were buried there, but also people have built their house on this hill. So we walked up it, we were able to see the entire city. It was just really cool being on top, being able to see, you know, the mountains in the distance and the ocean on the other side, and just all of the houses, all the same color, all the same brick, just really letting us get a different view of Lima from up there. It was actually also like an ancient burial site. I think the Incas had tombs up there, and it was crazy. There was actually just bones laying on the ground. It was quite unusual, something that I wouldn't have expected to see. So after our little hike, come back down, we got to ride on these like motorcycle wagon things back to the house, which was kind of fun to spend time with the community here. Everyone's great. Everyone's super excited to have us here. Just really nice people, really passionate about their faith, and it's just really nice to be surrounded by that. We're gonna get some good sleep tonight so we can start work tomorrow.
Hello, my name is Arthur Johnson. So this morning after Mass, we went to go help the community, and so we went to Juanita's house and did some painting, put on the roof, and then at Maria's house we also did some painting and put on the roof. It took us most of the morning to finish painting Maria's house and put the roof on Juanita's house, and then after lunch we switched and finished the rest of it. It was really good to work with the Peruvians that were here. Ruben was working at Maria's house with us, and it was great working with him. It was kind of hard with a little language barrier of him only speaking Spanish and us hardly speaking any Spanish. And then at the end of the day, when we were all together and finishing up, you could see the children running around when they came back from school. Made the community feel like a family, having everyone just around and being happy and joyful. We came out here and we just did some practice for tomorrow. We're going to go to an elderly home and sort of have a talent show for them. So we're practicing our swing dancing and a little bit of other surprises for that. So.
Alright, so today we started off with morning prayer, which was awesome, and then went right into Mass. We split off into 2 groups. So one group was for cooking and preparing the meal for the elderly for later this afternoon, and then the other one was decorating the hall that we were gonna have the gathering and perform for them and that kind of stuff. So the first hour or 2 in the morning after breakfast, we both did our separate things. I was a part of the preparation group for decorating, so we put up a whole bunch of balloons and just hung some banners and stuff like that. After that, we practiced for our performance. And soon after that, we had
One group go out to pick up some of the elderly that lived further away. And once we brought everyone together about 3:34, we first started off with a performance, and so we sang and danced for them, and then they came back and danced and sang for us, which was cool. After that, they ate, they had dessert, we handed out our rosaries, we said our goodbyes, which was super awesome, and then adoration. Tomorrow, I think we're planning on going to an excavation site and the beach.
So today we woke up at 7:30 and went to Mass, and after Mass we went straight to breakfast, and then we made sandwiches. For our trip today, we went and met with the youth group that we were going to be spending the day with. So we went and got in the bus and started driving to an excavation site of an old, I believe it was an Inca village. While driving there, we said at first a rosary. After the rosary, we sang songs. It was really cool to be able to share that with them. The excavation site was very much like a rolling hills kind of desert look, and there was old ruins of the village popping out at the desert, and you look to your left and there's an actual currently inhabited town that looked almost identical. And so we walked around there for a while and got back in the bus and drove to another site. And our second to last stop was called Temple de Sol, which is Temple of the Sun. And when we reached the top of the dune where the temple was, we got this amazing view of the ocean. It was absolutely incredible. And it was really cool just to kind of see that, and the breeze you felt, and you could smell the sea. And after that, we went down, hopped in the bus, and went to our last stop, where Jules got really excited because we got to see a couple of llamas. After that, we went to the museum and spent about 10 minutes there. And then after that, hopped back in the bus and drove to the beach. The beach was incredible. It was very soft, fine sand. It was hot in the sun, but cool in the shade. And we ended up getting a tent and eating our lunch, and then went to the shoreline and ran around in the sea for a little bit, which was cool. It was very dirty and there was a lot of sand, but it was really nice just to run around. And then we came back for dinner, and Arthur made the mistake of putting too much spice on his food, and he was breathing really hard and sweating and had tears coming out of his eyes, but he hadn't said anything. And then we noticed, and we're like, "Hey, Sister Ava, get him something to help him out," which was pretty funny because they all gave him a hard time for it.
So today was a really good day. We started off early with louds, morning prayers. We had breakfast, and then we went to the Brothers of Mother Teresa. It's this home for mentally handicapped men. And at first it was a little bit shocking going in there. There was people who, there's all kinds of like mental illnesses, but then some of them like didn't have very much function of their arms or their legs. But it ended up being a really cool experience, and we got to like play music for them and like throw the ball around. There's probably about 30 men in there, so it was really great. And we served them lunch, and then just got to really spend some time with them, and they showed us around where they lived, and so it was really good, but also pretty sad. But overall, a very good experience. We don't have any photos. There's no photos in that. So then we came back and took some siestas in the afternoon. Then we did the Way of the Cross. We did a procession. They have a really big cross, and we walked around the blocks, and there was probably 30, 40 people doing the Way of the Cross, and just in the streets. And it was really cool because it would stop traffic, and everybody just paid attention to the cross. And then today is the feast of St. Joseph. So we did this really cool procession. We started out in the church, and I thought it was going to be about like a 15-minute deal, but I think it was almost 2 hours long of just walking around and singing songs and doing dances and carrying this giant statue down the streets of Callao. And so yeah, it was awesome just all the people were so happy, and we'd walk down, and then up on the sides there would be people leaning out of their houses, and they would join us for a little bit, or some people would walk a couple blocks and then leave. Or the Americans, we all got to carry the statue from the last house back to the church, so really feeling like a part of the community. And it was so cool walking it back into the church and hearing everyone just singing and clapping, and we did that. And then we got to hang out with the youth group that's here at the parish, and just talking with them, and they're really cool people. So now we're going to bed.
We woke up and went to breakfast at 8 o'clock. Then we left to go to downtown Lima to visit a couple of cathedrals. First we visited the cathedral that houses Our Lord of Miracles. Then we went to the Cathedral of St. Rose, who is the patron saint of the Americas, both North America and South America. And we got to see relics of both her and St. Martin de Porres. We also got to visit two cathedrals, one for the Franciscans and one for the Dominicans, and we went down into their catacombs, and we went to a fifth cathedral for Mass. We came back and we had a farewell party with the members of the youth group here, and we had a lot of dancing. They prayed over us as well, and pretty much we said goodbye to everyone.
Da dum dum dum, da dum dum, da dum 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 dum, da dum dum dum, da dum dum.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All the people that helped support us financially, and all the people that were there with support, helping with communication and planning. We had a lot of help from people here in the United States, as well as the people down in Peru. There's no way we could have made this trip happen without your help. And because of that, we were able to help out so many people down in Lima and in Callao. And for that, we just want to say thank you.